help you win those early potentially. But at the same time, ABM needs to make sure that the late game doesn't get extended too much because it is, after all, a Granger, and Granger spikes off pretty good towards the late game. But look at Jay trying to mark down the squishies right there. ABM on fire right now.
Yeah, right now they do have that early game potential that they really, really had. And it's going to be interesting how this game would be proceeding towards, because there are two really interesting things in my end. You have Granger who scales off with his stacks, but Airtel scales off with the damage. So energy regeneration and spammability versus burst potential. On the other hand, we also have Ling who can take down Radium easily when he has a later game potential. So because of it, it, it it's gonna look really tired for both of these teams if we see the late game and only the skills, only the micros are gonna be coming into the play.
I mean, true, and only 3 minutes into the game, but Zushin might be in a tough situation right there. Blossom trying to look for that one kill, but of course it is Zushin, and he just decides to move on ahead, not engage for now. Meanwhile, if we look at the EXP lane matchup to Badang as well as the Phobius, two of the good EXP laners currently, especially Badang on with his support emblem. He has a low CD on his second skill, can provide a lot of CC, and Team Into It needs to make sure that Badang isn't the one providing a lot of problems to them. Meanwhile, just look at the way both the teams are rotating right now.
Yep. And right now we do see an engage coming in right now. AirWM being used up, but Granger gets pulled in, and Eartel will be taking down Eden. And Granger really wants to find a spot, but he just might not be, because he might be biting the dust of Radium as he gets taken down as well. But Blossom is coming into the scene to blossom the new flowers that their team really needs, because look at the double kill coming in right into the situation, and there's a lot of engages being used up. The fist crack, fist break, everything being used up, but is it really enough? But the engage comes down into play. And here we go. They're gonna go into the turtle.
I mean, just look at Andy doing such an amazing job. Definitely having that poking potential. Like the way he's zoning people, the way absolutely beautiful. At the same time, I think okay, Jay successfully got that turtle, but look at that. They are diving in once again. The Wiggy Shadow kill comes in. Will it be a kill onto Haze? But no, the defense is enough. But Andy going in once again, trying to use up his ultimate. The passive isn't up. Meanwhile, look at the bot lane. Three people chasing our Blossom just dashing away onto the walls right now. Definitely ABM with the upper hand, even though the goal lane isn't much.
Mhm. The goal lane isn't really much, just like you said, right? But we just saw that Blossom just secured 3 kills, and that's going to be really helping out into the snowball. And right now, Apex just does, try to go in for that vision and everything. But okay, look at the top lane. Granger, there's the RWM coming into the scene as well. Hayabusa wants to go in and might be taking down Kyle, and Eden will be the one falling instead, as NT will survive and go back.
I mean, true, but look at the Tempest of Blaze just used up just to defend the first tier. The
Oh,
AOT dropping down
AOT.
onto no one. They're just backing up at this point. 3 versus 2, and look at our Yamraj doing such a great job, and it will be another kill onto the hands. Meanwhile, in the top lane, it will be a killing spree for Jay, who is constantly marking down the Granger. Do not want him to farm up, do not want that late game potential to flare up.
And things are coming down to a little bit calmer of a position. But at the same time, the pressure, we can clearly see that ABM has been building up. And okay, there is a glorious pathway coming into the scene as well. They want to go in, they want to perhaps just take another objective, but looks like they're just going to proceed to just take one single, turret and just proceed back. Nothing much of an issue, and just regroup, because they do have the goal lead, they do have the kill lead, they do have the objective lead, and overall, the map control is in their hands.
I mean, true, just look at ABM right now. They perfectly used the early game potential which they had in their hands, and especially the mage as well as Hylos contributing to Jake getting that early game snowball which a Hayabusa needs. And right now, Radium has a lot of gold, has a lot of damage, will be using up, all the equipments, everything, the space which the team is providing. So I think the side of Team Into It right now just need to wait it out. Maybe wait for the Granger to stack up as well as the Eve, because Eve is another mage who is pretty good with the utility. But just like Asuyo or just like our Hayabusa really needs the early game Snowball, meanwhile, the AOTG dropping down right inside the turret. The damage is there, the RWM coming in, and the Revitalize has also been popped up, and it will be a mega kill secured onto Haze. Once again, the Wiki Shadow kill coming in onto the Gatot Kacha. Okay, the taunt is there, but the Revitalize will be saving up, and Blossom going in for that kill, taking a shutdown onto Jay. A much needed shutdown. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Eden gets taken down solo by the Phobius. Anti doing an amazing job once again.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, Anti, we know his history. He knows how Kimmy is going to be proceeding, and he's really, really trying to counter out. He's really trying to counter out to everything. And because of it, okay, the Lord is going to be spawning in. And this is not looking good for Team Into It, definitely for sure. The goal lead is not that much, but look at the item spike. Look at the power spike that right now Airtel is really, really reaching, because that is something that they really, really need to consider for. Because if Link cannot really take down Radium right now, he might be that bone of the coffin. Bone? What is that even term? But anyways, look at the poking coming in from Team ABM, and we're gonna see the Lord contention coming in quite soon. Unless we see an engage, look at Ling. He's looking for Radium.
Link, one of the best part about this assassin is the mobility. Can even go in for the split push. Meanwhile, look at that, and Radium will be taken down even though Apex was there. But look at the wall coming in. Apex taking a lot of damage. The revitalize isn't enough, as it will be Kyle taking that last hit right there. Meanwhile, a very tight situation for ABM right now, because they cannot afford to start that Lord, which could be easy right now. Into it might be looking to go in for that, but it will be Blossom who will be taken down as Wiggy Shadow kill pops up between three members, and Blossom will be taken down. I was saying that how easy it is for Intuit for the Lord, but now, like Jay doing an amazing job, Ray.
Yep, absolutely, for sure. And right now, the Lord, the Lord contention and everything is going to be interesting. But anyways, 6-1, 11 score. And right now, the goal lead is not that much. Oh, we might be seeing an engage here, because look at the Primal Rat, and not Primal Rat, sorry, the Infamous coming in, and Airtel goes in with the heavy crossbow. Crazy Haste will be taken down. Glorious Pathway being used up. The Phobius is just going in.
Mhm.
There's no stopping for this man, as he is just dismantling everything. But okay, Blossom wants to go in. Does he find a kill? He is bonked in the head straight by the Hylus's hammer instead, and forced to retreat as he goes back.
Right now, ABM doing so much damage, so much macro control. I mean, just look at the amount of turrets they have taken away. Same goes for the side of Team Into It, but meanwhile, definitely ABM on the other hand, getting the first Lord of the game. At the same time, it is the first Lord, can be pretty easily be taken down, and Into It needs to wait up for those opportunities. Like, even though they have the Badang, but at the same time, they're lacking a bit of sustain. If you do see, there is Phobis as well as Hylas on the side of Team ABM, and they're able to provide a lot of space for Radium to dish out that damage. Okay, but Radium doesn't know, and here comes the ult from Blossom, but Blossom will be taken down. That was not a good, not a good position to come.
Mm-hmm. Immediately. And okay, there's a lot coming in. Glorious Pathway already being deployed, so not a resource kind of a wasted. They're really, really wanting to melt down the Lord as much as possible. But right now, they're just gonna regroup and try to perhaps prepare, because the 4K goal lead is already visible, and it's been 11 minutes of the game. And right now, I don't know if Ling would be able to do something. Or okay, there is the fist crack, fist break, when everything used up, and Jay will instead get taken down. A little bit of a casualty for their side of the team, but it's nothing that they can't recover for sure.
I mean, true, but at the same time, when Jay is taken down, you're giving a lot of bounty. I mean, just look at him, 8,000 gold, 8.7 thousand, has almost all of his equipments right now, just one remaining. But wait a second, the AOTG dropping down along with RWM, and it will be Amraj who will be taken down by Into It, grabbing on to capitalizing on every opportunity. Both of these two teams doing an amazing job right now. But at the same time, who will stop Anti? Because continuing what I was going to say, that Anti is definitely being the bone of contention, but look at the assault onto him, the vengeance along with the glorious pathway has him popped up. The revitalize also comes in, and Radium goes in trying to take down the Granger from behind. Blossom trying to disrupt him, but then again, the Tempest of Blade coming in once again along with the revitalize. The damage is there, and he's still surviving, jumping along, and with that, the wall is right there. Jay coming in, already spawned up, taking that kill, and Hayes will also be taken down as Apex, as well as the Povius still remain in all that assault ray.
It is just kind of overly dominating this game, because I feel like giving giving away the Zushin as well as the Hayabusa, which was kind of a pocket pick for Team ABM. I mean, Jay really doesn't want to go for the assassins most of the time, but when he does, it's most of the time it's the Hayabusa. And it's really, really showing the proof because look at it. Right now, Eden is really suffering for his positioning 0-4-5 for a simple reason that Jay is not really giving him the window that they really, really require for. And because of it, they are not able to do what they really wish. And Kyle, he's not getting the window to farm. If he doesn't get the window to farm, it's just not looking good for them at all. If that's the case, they're just gonna struggle all throughout the game because it's gonna be 13 minutes soon. Etel already probably full build, and she's gonna be marching down the hellfire with those crossbows with her damage and everything and team into it. This game is looking dire. Unless there is a kind of a miracle comeback happening, it's not looking good for team into it for sure. But okay, right now, look at Link. Both of the assassins use up the ultimate, but looks like Jay was a split second early as he bites the dust. So one juggler down, team into it. What is your decision?
I mean, both teams doing an amazing job, and look at Leg already trying to take down onto the macro, trying to split push, just like I mentioned before. This assassin with the mobility is definitely pretty good, especially when it also comes to a Moscow. And
Mhm.
with that, the control for the river area, as it will be the second lot of the game, the AOTG dropping down onto just Anti, the RWM along with the Vengeance and Hylos with the Revitalize, but it will be Anti taking that kill onto Hayes. Meanwhile, Kyle taking that lost it onto Anti, and Anti is gone. A lot of problem just resolved by Intuit right now, and another kill onto their hands. And with this, will Intuit go in for the Lord? Still remains a question because we do not see them going in. They still feared say because the Hayabusa can has a lot of mobility, but Yamraj will be taken down right there by Kyle. This guy on this marksman never gave him like just look at him the way he's playing, the way he's marking down. Doesn't even need that front lane right now. He's self-sufficient as he's farming up, and with that, the first year from the mid taking down once again. Team into it, looking for that lord.
Exactly. And right now, the Lord is going to be going into it, and just like I said, after all, I mean, I just pronounced it, didn't I? I just pronounced it. The fact that the team ABM is kind of in a little bit of okay. Looks like they wanted to go in, but he did not really go in for to it. Did not really commit it just yet. But anyways, just like I said, the miracle play is into the hands of Intuit. And if this Lord goes in inside the base, inside the Nexus, we might just see, we might just completely see that Team Intuit might be getting a second number of the game. Oh, look at the fist crack.
Oh, look at the link with the Tempest Blaze Radium will be taken down. Meanwhile, Haze will be traded off. Meanwhile, Eden also, along with that, Apex in a very precarious situation. The Revitalize has been popped up along with the Glorious part of it, but it is not enough. Oh my god, ABM just taking those kills one by one, and Kyle will be the next on the chopping block as he will be the next casualty. The Lord is marching down. The inhibitor is down, but then again, at what cost? Into it, kind of threw it away. Should have waited. Should have been behind that Lord.
This is the issue. This is the issue. They kind of committed to it, kind of with the bait, and because of it, they lost up four of the members.
Oh.
That is a sneaky blue of steel, but does it really matter? This is the late game of the stage. But team overall, ABM does have the score lead, does lose out the map control slightly, but look at the map. Look at the map. Only the inhibitors left for Team Intuit as well. So this game still can go into the hands of anyone, but it really, really boils down to how they can make the play, or Blossom will just come out on top again.
Now it's 15 past 15 minutes, nearing towards the late game, and we can already see Kyle getting the spike needs. And it's this time, I think, Jay needs to really target down the marksman because that's what you really need.
Exactly. And look at the itemizations. We are seeing the Skybase being built up, as well as the Airtel having a full complete build with that Wind of Nature. So Link is not going to be much of a threat, but Winter Crown has not been fought for Eden just yet. He did prioritize the damage, but it is really kind of, giving him a little bit of disadvantage. So hopefully, as soon as he gets the Winter Crown, we're going to be seeing him immune out the Hayabusa as soon as possible. Look at the phobias though. Is he going in for Queen?